Hello, my name is Alicia Zanatti, and today I am presenting a presentation of the evidence-based assessment for Orchard's Children's Services. The items discussed throughout this presentation includes a description of Orchard's as an agency, an understanding of the benefits that come from an evidence-based assessment, as well as a thorough review of approaches to creativity, motivation, ethics, corporate social responsibility, and communication of values in the workplace, as well as approaches to strengthen these factors with organizational behavior methods, also known as OB. Orchard's was established in 1986. Their main office is in Southfield, Michigan. They also have several satellite offices positioned in the counties in which they service the community. Orchard's is a small nonprofit agency with only 150 employees and an annual revenue of $30 million. It operates within a functional organizational structure. They offer adoption, foster care, and family preservation services to families in need of them. Using an evidence-based assessment can be useful in carrying out strategic planning by reducing the risk of relying on our common sense or personal judgment. It reduces the potential for irrational thinking or biases. Rather than selecting an intervention or strategy based on gut feelings, an evidence-based manager reviews the material, the quality of the evidence, and selects a strategy that is supported by science. This can lead to highly efficient management practices. A second benefit is that using a scientific management approach will assist a company in increasing a worker's productivity. The five-factor of personality model describes five broad dimensions of personality that define human personality at the highest level of organization, which are shown here on this picture in the slide. Having a deeper understanding of these behaviors can lead to more trusting relationships between employees and managers. Self-assessments and supervisor assessments can help develop an understanding of one's personality and serve as an effective tool for many reasons, such as understanding differences in personality have a major impact on the selection, job assignment, training, and development of employees. Approaches to manage personality differences. One approach is the use of frequent feedback. In this approach, both the manager and employee would be given the chance to give their feedback regarding each other's job performance and offer suggestions for improvement. Another approach would be to have management engage in the shaping method of learning by praising or encouraging the employee when they're acting in a way that is preferred. The shaping method stems from the reinforcement theory that says that behavior is a function of its consequences. Some of the approaches to use the shaping method include positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, and punishment. Perception-related organizational activities. This includes the halo effect, which is a cognitive bias that occurs when an initial positive judgment about a person unconsciously shapes their perception of the individual as a whole. For example, a manager might appreciate an employee's enthusiasm so much that they inadvertently write a glowing yet unmerited performance review. An example of projection is a manager who likes to take on new responsibilities may have the tendency to project this onto their employees by adding on extra job duties without first consulting with those employees. Supervisors at Orchards have been observed to assign tasks to their employees and set expectations based on the way that they like it or enjoy doing it. Stereotyping is a perceived thought that is connected to a certain group. That can also lead to selective perception. Employees at Orchards that carry stereotypes might also engage in selective perception when working with families that they service. An approach to the halo effect is to engage in more team-building activities within the agency. Ultimately, the goal would be that these strong relationships would reduce the halo effect from occurring. Managers can avoid the consequences of projection by cultivating empathy and developing their listening skills. Remedies to denial management include careful listening on the part of leadership, transparency, and surrounding oneself with people who are not like-minded. One step that the agency can take in order to address all of these issues would be to have all staff meetings every 2 to 3 months. This would give management and employees a chance to discuss all of these issues, lead to more cohesion, and encourage positive feedback. Ethics in a nutshell is a moral standard we hold ourselves to when making choices. An employee's perception can be influenced by ethics of an agency. Employees organize and interpret what they see, so there's always the potential for perceptual distortion. Job satisfaction also has the potential to influence organizational behavior, mostly through the perception of fairness. This translates to if a person does not feel the company policies are fair, it can lead to a reduction of job satisfaction. Ethics can also build a positive corporate culture. Approaches to ethical considerations include investing in training programs that train management workers about ethics. Good, regular, and consistent communication and training will help to embed an ethical culture. Encourage speaking up and open door policy, listening carefully, and acting with fairness. Whistleblowers should be embraced and comfortable reporting to upper management. Senior management teams must show leadership and be seen to live the agency's ethical values. Key leaders should be coached on their role in ensuring effective company-wide communication. Agencies need both to measure their ethical performance and foster open discussion. Indicators of program effectiveness include the following: management support of initiatives and other meaningful involvement by management in the program, adequate staffing and other resources, authority within the organization, and a focus on ethics and proactively shaping organization's culture. Corporate social responsibility is the belief that organizations should be making a positive, morally ethical impact on society. Investing in CSR initiatives can lead to more profits, attract and retain investors, and lead to engaged employees. Approaches to enhance the level of CSR include ensuring that as an agency you're always listening and learning. The agency should always monitor and be aware of the community needs within the area that they conduct business. This can range from offering assistance to the homeless population or volunteering at soup kitchens. An additional approach that can be beneficial is social entrepreneurship. Reaching out to the environment to discover ways an organization can do the most good within society is a great way to ensure an enhanced level of CSR. Establishing a creative work environment can attract creative minds, which translates to the company attracting more talented employees. Approaches to enhance creativity include developing a plan of a step-by-step method of an evidence-based program dedicated to addressing specific needs of families that are at high risk, such as substance-affected families. Brainstorming grant proposals can lead to more creative thinking in the work environment and can be more profitable for the agency if it is awarded. Offering new job duties can enhance the level of creativity. Additional approaches include funding evidence-based in-home service training for workers and developing a reward system to reward workers with high levels of case completion and success. The levels of motivation that an employee has will have a direct impact on the productivity and performance of that employee. Orchards currently motivates their employees through the use of positive reinforcement, praise for good performance, offering meaningful work, frequent feedback, and offering job flexibility by being able to set your own schedule. Many employees state the main reason they enjoy working at Orchard is the job flexibility, especially those with families. Some approaches to enhance employee motivation include gain sharing, which is a system of management in which an organization seeks higher levels of performance through the involvement of its people. As performance improves, employees share financially in the gain. Another approach is to train and encourage employees. Some people that appear to be unmotivated may lack the skills needed to complete expected tasks. An additional approach would be to sponsor employees in weight control or fitness programs. Orchard's current mission statement is strengthening the community through quality services to children and families. Some core values include children have a right to their family, the family is the focal point of child welfare services. Currently, Orchards does not have a vision statement. A suggested one is children, youth, families, individuals, and communities who are resilient, safe, healthy, and economically secure. In conclusion, Orchard's Children's Services is a well-established agency with great approaches and methods to management. However, there are some aspects of management within the agency that can be strengthened or created through the use of organizational behavior methods and approaches. All of the theories and approaches discussed in this report have the potential to improve the agency's work environment within their respective categories. Thank you. In conclusion, Orchard's Children's Services is a well-established agency with great approaches and methods to management. However, there are some aspects of management within the agency that can be strengthened or created through the use of organizational behavior, methods, and approaches. All the theories and approaches discussed throughout this presentation have the potential to improve the agency's work environment within their respective categories. Thank you.